And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from the St. Louis Park Rec Center, home of both the St. Louis Park Orioles and the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights. Tonight we have the crosstown rivalry, the clash, Bart Archer, featuring these two teams that will once again be renewing acquaintances.
Yeah, and if you aren't here, it might be a challenge to find a parking spot. Both teams very well represented in the stands tonight. This really promises to be a pretty good game. Benilde-St. Margaret's dropped a tough one to Wayzata. 5-0 got blanked. St. Thomas Academy, we did that game. They dropped it 5-3, but played a pretty good game overall. So looking to get back in the win column. And the Orioles have kind of gone through this loss, win, coming off a win. 7-0 win over St. Paul Academy. 2 goals by Schubering and Wanmacher led the offense on that. So both teams trying to break some trends tonight.
So we'll see if those trends can be broken here as we're on the Catholic Sports Network. Coverage from the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights is presented by Housing Hub and Equivria. This is our third of 3 games here tonight. Opened with a 1-0 overtime victory for the Holy Family Catholic Final over the Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret. As we're underway, back into the Red Knights zone it goes. Schweitzer with it as the Orioles will try to cycle it off the end board. The Orioles wearing their orange road jerseys with black and white trim out. Meanwhile, the Red Knights with their white and red sweaters. Back up to the line it goes. Now it's going to be handled by Riley Dvorak. That's blocked in the slide. It's put to center. Now it's going to be Connor Johnson on. He looks to the left wing side. Deflected in there by Jonathan Sorensen, and here come the Red Knights. Back into the corner it goes. Riley Dvorak with it. Plays it up high. That pumped off the wall from the Dvorak. And it's sent back into the St. Louis Park zone by the opponent.
Well, I like the tempo that the Orioles are trying to establish early. They had 2 guys right on the puck and 1 guy not too far away, so they're getting after it in the offensive zone. Something that the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights are going to have to be aware of. They're going to have to get on that puck quickly and move it quickly because St. Louis Park looks like they certainly brought their energy tonight. Okay. I know it is. Yeah. Well, I can read the numbers here, though, so that's not bad. I saw it. Yeah. I know, I saw it. Good broadcast, you guys. Good game. You faked it well.
Turned over to the slot, backhander that misses the market. Again, Carson is so good in goal this year. 2.0 goals against average. 3 and 4 on the season. In front of the bench area goes. Very spirited start to this contest. A poke to the left side. Hayne, a shot. Ooh, what a big save made there by Rash. Atticus Rash getting the nod in goal for St. Louis Park. And that'll be sent the length of the ice by the Orioles. I believe that was number 16, Sam Berry.
Well, it was a nice play by Hayne to get into the zone, chipped it over the defender's stick, and went in unabated against Rash. But Atticus did a nice job of getting out, taking away whatever might have been an opportunity. Nice save early by the St. Louis Park goaltender.
Back to the corner it goes. A couple of them on the center. That's deflected back into Red Knight territory. It's going to be Schweitzer with it. Schweitzer protects the puck, pokes up to the high right side. Dvorak get on goal, and Limesand makes the save.
Boy, a bit of a quick whistle, too. It looked like the Orioles were going to get an opportunity as Limesand made the initial save, but the puck got a little squirrely on him. But a good energy by St. Louis Park. Nice answer. Benilde-St. Margaret's came down, got a point-blank opportunity, and St. Louis Park came right back and got their own.
Back off the right wing side, it's going to be Wardard as he's jammed on the play. Nice physicality there. Watch out for Niedecker. Nice little player down the blue line for the Orioles. Jeff Johnson plays it to the corner. Now it's Sorensen up for the right wing across Bretton Ryan. It's sent right back in by the Red Knights behind the net it goes. That's Riley Dvorak off the glass. Physical forecheck there. Ooh, little shovel there by Barr. The old house she going off the boards by Baker to the neutral zone. Baker bothered on the play in front of the bench area. And it's sent right back in behind as Lampshed will set up. We'll be speaking a lot about Luke Mobley. A really solid player. Mentioned his Elite League campaign this past season was quite good. Pops the stick there of Connor Johnson. And it's sent right back into the Red Knight zone. They try to execute out and they can't. That's off a stick and icing the call.
Well, Peter, you brought up about Luke Mobley, the senior forward for this Oriole team. He was very good in the Minnetonka game. It seemed like he was trying to spearhead the rush. It's just whether his line mates can kind of get up with him, give him some options, because he's a player that really warrants a lot of attention, so they're going to kind of cheat to his side. If his wingers can kind of keep up with him, give him an option. It might free up some space for him. It might see some nice things, but he's definitely a player to watch, and that's number 15 in the orange.
Right wing outlet for the Red Knights. Out of the zone they go. Checked on the play of Joe Collins. He's had some big goals for this squad this year. Clark is jammed on the play as he's said hello to by Willie Basil. Now Clark gets away from one man to the high slot. Shot save. Nice one there. Wrap. Off the stick to center it goes. That's Callahan that was there. The Orioles have a renewed purpose here this year. They've been not for the past 2 years. They've been very good. Moving up to the Double-A, I think there's a little bit of concern saying, I mean, why would you want to be playing in these sections? But the Orioles have been very good the past couple of seasons. Had a really good section semifinal against Edina.
Well, you almost want to get in a position where you challenge yourself, and jumping up to Double-A certainly proposes that challenge. But I think they've done a pretty good job of answering the bell. They had a really good season last season. They're trying to follow it up.
At the youth level, Bart.
I agree.
That's the key. And they've maintained consistency there. Their numbers are up. And we got plenty of money with the pull tabs. And, believe you me, I know I poured a few in there at Bunnies.
Well, I know that they have some numbers too. They got a lot of kids in the program.
Here they come. Collins across the line. Straight ahead goes Norkowski. Stick down. All sorts of trouble for Rash, but it misses the mark. At 12:19 to go in the period. Back into the Red Knight zone it goes on the clearing attempt. It's going to be Schweitzer with it. Puts on the brakes. Outlets right wing side off the breakout through center. That's off the stick. Sent right back in.
Well, Norkowski is one of those players that kind of, at the end of the night, you kind of look at the score sheet. You might not see him, but there's so many contributions that he brings. But he loves to fly up that left side and put pressure on, and we're looking forward to seeing more of that tonight.
There's Norkowski along the split. That springs the man along the way. That's Warner. In front, nice save by Rash. Fought off the outlet. The Red Knights are not being fancy on their entries. They're going straight across, straight ahead, linear, straight to the net.
Yeah, in fact, but I think it was a good defensive play by Hans Hellberg at the defensive position. He interrupted that pass. It was a nice backhand sauce, but he got it in mid-stride. Really took away a good scoring opportunity for the Red Knights. 11:45 to go in this first period. Now it's going to be St. Louis Park in the penalty box, and that's going to be McCabe Dvorak in the box. So power play for the Red Knights. Room for improvement, about the 10% mark. We're used to seeing that around the 20% mark and even higher in some fashions. But Orioles have to pick up their teammate and kill this penalty.
Hello to John Sands. Go ahead and let me know if the audio sounds fine to you from where you're at. He said I sounded quiet and watery.
Wow.
Whatever that means.
I can understand the watery, but quiet, I don't think that's...
There's a pass that I feel buttery from what I can hear here. I'm sure everybody at home saying, please stop talking.
Yeah.
Back up to the line. Wrist shot. That's handcuffed there by Rash. Looking forward to filling in for Royce coming up this Thursday.
That's cool.
From 3 to 6 on AM 1500 ESPN. Be sure to join me. We're going to be talking all of it. Getting ready for some Vikings their final week. The Wild are in full action. A lot of Wolves. The whole deal. There's a wrist shot in on goal. Nice opportunity there. That's turned aside and sent right back to James Callahan on the bid.
55 seconds left in the penalty to Dvorak.
Hello, ladies. Got a couple of nice shots there. Some fans.
That's high school hockey, Pete. Settle down. I'm just kidding, by the way.
Throwing my line right back at me. The old how's she going from Bart Archer.
The checks and balances.
Absolutely. Oh, well, we've gone political. you packed your form package? I'm sure he's going to go down that road next. Right
no, not me. Not tonight. We're taking a break.
We're playing hockey.
We're going to watch high school hockey tonight.
Newhouse plays up to the right wing side. The power play continues for 21 more seconds for the Red Knights. So far, a good kill here by the Orioles. Newhouse now from his familiar defensive position, playing center now. Save made there. Kasur tried to dig for the rebound. Turned aside by Rack.
I think St. Louis Park did a great job of maintaining their position. They didn't fall in or get out of position or get drawn out of position. Very difficult to defend against Benilde-St. Margaret on the power play. Obviously, Benilde-St. Margaret wants to get improvement on that, and it's a good start, but St. Louis Park with a great kill.
Kasur, great battle off the sidewall out front to the oncoming Charlie Bishop. Off the glass, off the skate of the field.
Here we go.
3-on-1 back the other way. Left wing side they go. That's Wanmacher. Shot and a save by Limestad, the freshman. Very solid in goal for the Red Knights at Benilde-St. Margaret. He has been in many of these games we've seen, Bart. He's been a difference maker for Ken Pauley's addition. Absolutely,
and it was a great play by Seamus Foley on that one to really take that passing option away, force him to take that shot, but a good save by Limestad.
Connor Johnson at the left point watches as the Red Knights. Jordan Rue works out of the zone, cuts across the drain to the left side from right to left, and back in behind the net it goes. Sorensen was there, swatted down the boards. Nice play there by the Red Knights to keep that alive. That was sent right back their way, though, as it's going to be a regroup time. Up to the right wing side for Norkowski, finds his man on the move across the line. That's Jet Johnson. Down on the play goes Warner. Orioles break out to the right wing side. That's going to be Mobley. Left wing pass. Tate for Donahue across the line. Donahue submarines a would-be checker in on goal. Limestad wisely covers, and they'll have a face-off coming up inside the zone.
Well, it was a good decision to cover that puck. They had two Orioles closing in on the goaltender, and they're using their edges. They're not shy about going to the net, so really what the Red Knights have to do is just kind of work their edges, hold their ground, force them to the outside, and really limit the looks. But again, good decision by Limestad on that one. Face off to his right. 8:28 left in this first period. As you can see, no score, but there's been a couple good chances. Been a good game so far.
Indeed, it's been a great game. It's got energy.
Yes, indeed it does, on both sides of the rink, too.
Faithful are standing in the corner. It's tough to see the puck coming off the wall, but trust me, it was there. I mean, it's what you see.
Right.
I mean, why don't we just get a shot there? That's really artistic. Of the team cam from the Orioles of St. Louis Park. Mobley to the slot area. Steve Rings there. Can I seriously go 2 sentences without talking here, Bart, on the Catholic Sports Network? I mean, really?
Well, I'm trying to cover for you, but I'm doing a public service by not trying to talk too much.
Yeah, just talk more. I mean, it's brutal.
I don't get that request very often, Pete.
Where's the mental lictus? Icing the call, back into the St. Louis Park zone we go.
Oh my God. Yeah, get the mental latum out for Pete. But coming into this game, we talked about how the Orioles beat St. Paul Academy 7-0. So they have their offensive mojo kind of working, but I think the impressive part, they didn't give up more than 10 shots, shut a quality team out, and so good feelings on that side. But Benilde-St. Margaret is kind of, they haven't found that consistent level of play yet, and I think they're looking for it.
Left wing side it goes. Limestad was there. They'll ring the boards as Warner tries to play it through. Bounding puck in on goal, and that's Limestad to cover. 7:20 to go in period number 1. We're scoreless.
Well, it was an innocent shot off the half wall on the left side, bouncing toward Limestad, and he did a good job of corralling that puck and just covering it. He's going to cover virtually everything that gets around his area, especially if the Orioles keep scouting in tight. But another good decision by the goaltender. And Ken can, Coach Pauley can line match a little bit, so get some fresh legs out there as well. Wow, Basil
side it goes.
Basil tried to go right for the net right off the draw. I like that thought.
Play there.
Yep.
I like it. Colin Holman with Clubbies. Playing some fine hockey here this year. They're going to be third from the rest of the way. They have a very steady style, I would say. So hard to play against.
Yes. Oh, even during that Minnetonka game, they really kind of held in. They showed a lot of character in that. And as they progress through the year, they're going to get better and better. They just have to play the right way. And I'm sure Coach Holman's going to get them playing the right way.
The slot area, there's a chance that nearly clicked there with Jonathan Sorensen. And it's going to be the Red Knights. Up the left side, it's Schweitzer as he finds his man on the move, and Rue. In deep it goes. It's going to be Bissell on the forecheck. It's going to be Riley Dvorak to the left wing side. Wanmacher was there. Played back in deep by the Orioles. Brenton. They jam up on the boards as they try to play it toward the goal mouth area, and the Red Knights instead will transition with a high-tempo hockey game here. Kasurik now, work to the outside. Nice job by Connor Johnson to take away his lane, and the puck is played back up to safety in the neutral zone and sent right back in by the Red Knights behind the net. Rath will set up. Riley Dvorak with it. He'll take it to the left side. Kasurik gets a stick on him, turns it over. Here's an opportunity. Hanging goes up high, and it's a nice save there by Rath. They'll go to the slot area, nobody home. Hane again with a stick all over him, handles it. Shot gets through, no, into traffic. Oh, near chance up the middle there is off to the races. Would have been for Wanmacher. End of the shift, though, as he played ahead and jumped off the ice. Sent back into Oriole territory as it's controlled and played up ice by Pekarik. Here's a rolling puck that got away from Mobley, who's dangerous indeed. Mobley with it from the side of the net. In front! What a save by Limesand. Ooh, shut the door there on the right pad. Mobley now positions himself with McNeil on him, who drives him into the boards. Eliminates him, and now it's going to be Schubring with it behind the net. Mobley gets it back, walks from the right side, up to the line they go. Newdecker's shot pass to the slot was picked off by the Red Knights as it's Hane who plays ahead for Collins, gathers in on the move. Oh, it looked like he nearly broke his stick there. He did. And off he goes. It broke it on the blade. Usually you see those things these days snapping. That's an old school. That's almost like it's a wood stick.
It'll come
refreshing. In front. That one just wide. What a chance there by Baker. We continue on. 4:43 to go. In on goal. Shave Limestad. Oh, here come the Orioles. A huge surge. Icing your call. They love it here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Well, the faithful digging it.
Yeah, a couple good opportunities by the Orioles. That last one was by Willie Basel, the senior forward, right in the scoring area. And I think before that it was Schubring that got a great opportunity, a great look. I think that Limesand's done a nice job of keeping this Oriole team at bay, but they're certainly getting their opportunities. It just seems like they're swarming the nets. The Red Knights need the forwards to come back and kind of help out a little bit. Orioles are getting numbers down low, and it's going to kind of come back and sting them if they don't address this.
Did you say sting them?
Yeah.
You made a reference to your alma mater. You cannot do a broadcast about that.
You couldn't let that one slide either, could you?
Oh, boy. You know, when you don't think I'm listening, I'm really listening.
I know.
That's the best part about it. It's very stealthy. Markowski gets a little help along the way there from...
You better hurry.
Dvorak jam. Ooh, somehow he stayed upright.
No, that was a great play. Just fired up the wall and regroup and fight another battle.
Played back up by Clark behind the net. Riley Dvorak pounded. Bauer was there. He gets a little help from Newhouse. Dalbar with Roots rolling in the slot. They keep it to the outside. 3:45 in period number one. Plenty to talk about here, Bart. This has been a really entertaining hockey game between these two well-matched traditions.
Yeah, and they both teams have got good scoring chances, good flow to the game.
There's like a pass that was, he had number 19, I'd say it's a feeling. My word, Case Keenum. Left wing side they go. Steered off the boards.
You're getting warmed up for the Royce show already?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's talk some. I'm multi-dimensional. Everything's yeah. Like a hockey trick pony, like hockey in like in high school. It's like, are you kidding?
No, Wags, your rivers run deep. You're very well versed on all the sports.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah, it'll bounce like they always do.
Of course.
Don't forget to sign this one.
That's a good one. I've never done that, but no.
Face off to Rush is right. 3:13 left in this first period, scoreless.
Down the right wing rail it goes. Mobley takes over at center. Plays to his left wing on Wanmacher. Steered aside by Limestad with 2:55 to go in section number one. 4 games played out here at the rec center. The ice, Bart, a developing story is you do the ice as much as you do, the water's going to start to build up, and the ice just gets worse and worse. For the main show, this one tonight, the boys varsity game. There's a shot that's steered wide of the net there by a falling Nate Schweitzer. And now it's going to be back in behind. Orioles look to work it out with Pekarik. Left wing on the tape for Basil. Rips one wide, a heavy shot. And now it's going to be Schubring with it, back behind the net. Pittman. Good to see Willie Basil's dad, John, here in the house. Exchanged Christmas pleasantries with each other.
Well, he's got a very, very talented son.
A good man. Back up through the neutral zone it goes, turned over across the line.
That was Barr with the shot.
High and wide. Now it's back up to Basil across the line. Basil, nice job at the fort. Oh! He had the spot he wanted to go to. Limestad dragged himself a little far right, reached back with the big catch glove, snared it, and keeps it scoreless.
Yeah, it was Basil that actually went to the outside on that one, but it was Barr. Watch Barr taking a bit of an angle, or at least in conjunction with his teammate as well. Really gave him a shallow angle, but it was a really nice save by Limestad. About a foot off the ice glove side. Those aren't easy.
Now, I'm not going to knock freshman and 8th grade players. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But I just pre-qualified my statement, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
If you were to give out a Rookie of the Year freshman or 8th grade player, Carson Limestad is my guy. This kid is the epitome of calm, cool, and collected between the pipes for the Red Knights. This kid is a good one. By the time he's a senior, look out.
Yeah, and the way that I look at it, Pete, is if you have a goaltender that can make the normal saves and make a couple saves, maybe perhaps he shouldn't, it gives them confidence where they can play without worrying about making a mistake. It's going to be Benilde-St. Margaret's going to take a minor penalty in the waning moments of this first period. Not really what Coach Pauly wanted, but you're right. Limestad looks very mature for his age, and he gives his team a chance to compete every night, and that's all you can ask from your goaltender. So that's going to be Warner that's going to be in the box for 2 minutes. Power play for St. Louis Park, 0 for 22 so far, so looking to get that gorilla off their back.
Well, you got to win face-offs, and the first one goes to the Red Knights as they send it the length of the ice.
Well, I like the way the St. Louis Park is coming up the ice as a unit. Good, clean zone exits, but now on the power play, this should give them a little chance to kind of possess the puck and really put some damage.
Olsen now with it, cuts back against the green across the line, leaves off to the right side for Carrick. Mobley shot. Ooh. Misses the mark. Wanmacher is there. Baker looks back up high to the line for Sorensen. Nope. Plays it to the right side. Ooh. Losing the handler is Wanmacher, albeit momentarily, and they send it to the length of the ice. It'll be Mobley to retreat and recover.
Well, it was a nice job by Foley not quitting on that play. He took that puck away, and they got a good clear on it, burned some time. Just 1:14 left in the power play, just 47 seconds left in the period.
Mobley across the Red Knight line as he's going to lug it deep, takes it to the can. Backdoor, nice save by Limestad, but a whistle before it even got in on goal.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Mobley to work his edges, really forced them to make a play, got in tight. A lot of people go behind the net and try to do a centering pass. He worked his edges, got out front, really created a lot of congestion in front of Limestad, the goaltender, and I think the net came off the mooring, so that's hence why the whistle is. Very exciting 40 seconds remaining. 1:02 left on the power play for St. Louis Park, but this very important 40 seconds for both squads.
They had the man of the crease.
Man of the crease, okay.
NHL. Love it. It's funny how they toss guys for someone creeping in or however they're, and they don't even let the other two guys get set. They fire it down anyway. Yeah. Is that just a formality? Well, I just know they know the rules, or what's going on there, Bart?
I think they just do that quickly so they don't have another kind of a owly face-off and have to throw somebody else out. But yeah, that was a little quick.
But those two guys were like right on his keister. I mean, it made no sense to me. Bad save by Limestad. I don't know. I'm nitpicking, but just really.
You just wanted to work the word keister into the situation. You made it work.
Yeah, can check that one off. We'll get the derriere next.
Oh, goodness.
Now it's going to be the Red Knights. Clark is he'll rag down the clock. There will be 22 seconds of power play time coming up in this second period for the Orioles. It's been an entertaining contest here, Bart Archer. We're going to take a timeout when we come back. We're going to hear from Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights. You are watching the Catholic Sports Network. We've been on fire today. We've got an instant classic that's posted on the homepage. What a game that was. The Red Knights and the Academy of Holy Angels Stars, a buzzer beater. It had everything. Double overtime, We've had 3 games here today. It's been a great run here for the Catholic Sports Network. Only going to get bigger, only going to get better. Thank you to Jerry Pettinger from Benilde-St. Margaret's. And of course, Michael Kaufman from the Academy of Bowling Angels for starting this process. We want to welcome in all the other schools as the season progresses. Get into the spring season. Card Archer will be calling some golf with me.
Oh, wow. I'd be happy to.
We've got a whole system set up for that. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
The energy here is unbelievable, and you can just feel it from the students. You can feel the students are excited.
Everyone is a part of the team. Every faculty member, every student, every teacher is there to make this place a home for everyone so that they can learn, that they can grow spiritually, academically, and that everyone can succeed in whatever they think is the best.
You come in here and there's just this amazing amount of energy, and that energy is seen in the hallways of people passing each other, acknowledging each other, the way the teachers interact with the students and just with each other.
We want to make global leaders. We want to make people who are conscientious of what's going on around them and can not just look at really hard problems, but can really work to solve them.
The faculty and staff at Benilde-St. Margaret's are an incredible group of people. They care deeply about students, they care deeply about education, and a particular kind of education, the kind of education that really helps students to flourish, that helps students tap into their passion, helps students to contribute to the world.
Well, it's really cool to come to a middle school that's connected to the high school because you can meet all your high school teachers and get super comfortable with the school and with everyone who works here before you even go into high school, so that your high school experience is so much more enjoyable.
The ability for a little 7th grader to go up to a junior student and to be friends and to be able to explore their passions together, that's what I think exemplifies the spirit of community and family.
At Benilde-St. Margaret's, we do traditional education very, very well, but where we really thrive is in providing unique educational opportunities that prepare students for the world of tomorrow. So students are inspired to learn next generation skills like creativity and problem solving and critical thinking, and they have opportunities to connect to the real world. So whether it's bringing expertise in from the outside or whether our students are going out into the world and connecting to it through forensics and biomed and engineering and journalism, there are just countless opportunities for students to have these sort of next generation academic opportunities.
Students are coming here for an experience that's going to carry them through into their future. And as 7th and 8th graders, they're coming in looking forward to the high school experience, and they're getting prepared for that. And as high schoolers, they are being prepared for the next, whatever experience comes next for them.
I have looked at plenty of research that says the students that we have here are going to be working in careers and in fields that are not invented yet. And the kids who graduate from BSM go out and do amazing things.
I love the technology. It's something that I have found so incredibly helpful. The idea that I don't have to carry around textbooks for all of my classes, and the idea that I'm so connected using Google Docs with friends that we can do projects together. It's something that I feel like really helps your education, and it's something that you'll use in college and after college, and I think this is a good place to start learning how to use it.
They just seem a little more advanced, and they just seem to have a little bit of an edge, and I think it's because they were part of this community where they had so many opportunities, and not just academic.
BSM is a place that offers everything to everyone, and I always tell parents, get involved, and I want your kids to get involved. That's how they create their friendships.
With over 29 different sports and over 30 different clubs and activities, we have something for everyone. I highly recommend that kids join an activity, even things they haven't done before. Really step outside themselves, because they find they really have good experiences meeting other kids outside their comfort zone, and they quickly find how much they enjoy things, whether you haven't done it before or whether you have.
These are kids that are going to do great in life, who are going to give back to the community, and that little extra something they pick up at Benilde-St. Margaret's is going to help them even be greater.
There is an aura of respect in this community. It's respect. I saw it on the day that I came here. It was respect for teacher to student, student to teacher, student to student. There is a pervasive aura of respect, and we've got it, and we've always had it, and that's not going to leave us. We're just getting stronger, and I think it's a commodity that's increasingly in demand and desperately needed by our young people. And I would tell any parent to bring their child here for that very reason, if no other.
We welcome you back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center for period number 2. No scoring, Bart Archer.
No, but just 20 seconds left on the penalty to Warner. Then we're going to be back to 5-on-5. But what a great opportunity for the Orioles to really establish some momentum. But first thing is win that faceoff, and they did just that.
Limesand flashes the leather, makes the save with 17 to go in the power play. Shots on goal. For the first period, the Red Knights had a 9-8 advantage in that category. And a very well-matched, I would say, hockey game with some really good scoring chances. I think the Orioles have probably had the better. We've seen Limesand have to make a couple of stiff saves to keep it scoreless.
No, in fact, they got in pretty tight on him, and he really picked his team up when they needed it. But on the other side of the coin, Rosh has made a couple point-blank saves. Again, both teams getting in tight, good flow through the neutral zone. But I'm really impressed with St. Louis Park's zone exit. Their own zone exit has been very efficient so far, getting good speed through the neutral zone, but good defense so far by the Red Knights.
5 to go in the power play, sent the length of the ice. That's going to do it. Norkoski's going to give chase as Rash sets up behind for the O's. Back out of the zone they go. Nice job to get away from that forechecker. Clark. Now Norkoski takes over. Has speed. He has a man. Kasurik. Ooh, tried to feed him a pass. There's deflected away by the defense. Nice job there by Pekarik. Now it's going to be handled by Hain. Hain's had some highlight reel goals. Norkoski pushes that one wide.
Well, Hain really kind of brings his game. He's an offensive driving force, and he can create space, make other players better.
Hain looks out front to Norkoski. Now to the line, there's a wrist shot that doesn't get through by Schweitzer. Hits someone in the equipment, and it's going to be the Orioles to clear at the length of the ice for the icing call.
Yeah, that was McCabe Dvorak, just a freshman defender, but he took that one in the midsection. Looked like it kind of got him a little bit, but he's no worse for the wear. Faceoff's going to come all the way back down in the St. Louis Park zone. Pete, a quick fun fact for you. There are 3 freshmen on this Orioles team. Speaking of Limesand, as far as freshman, sophomore, they have 3 freshmen playing prominent roles on the St. Louis Park squad, and they're blending in for all the right reasons.
Here they come up the neutral zone with it now. It's going to be Sorensen across the line. Steered out of there by Limesand. Sorensen gets a little help from Baker. Now the Red Knights are on it with Callahan, the defenseman. Look up the left wing rail. Sorensen there. Turned back over. Jerome Newhouse plays the center. Picked up and fired right back in by the Orioles. Callahan looks ahead. Nice job to fish that away as Rue. Rue looks to try to play to the slot area, but it's picked off by the Orioles. Schubring, who plays at left wing side. Basil puts on the brakes. The double deuce. Back in behind the net. He tries to find Pittman. And now it's going to be Schubring with it. Up to the line it goes. Johnson off the boards for Basil. Deflected back off the glass. To the near boards it goes for Rue. He's bumped on the play. And it's going to be McNeil behind his own net. Gets it right back. Returning the favor was Warner to him. Rue to the left wing. Can't get the zone as he's hounded on the play by Pekarik as he pinches. Plays it back for McNeil. He's going to go hard ring this time. Ooh, they had too many and they got away with it. Back out of the zone come the Red Knights with it. It's going to be Warner. Ooh, gets away from one man, holds and shoots. That one misses the mark. He got a little glove tap on his way in, and it's going to be a penalty power play coming up for the Red Knights.
Yeah, they're not going to let it go. That's going to be a slashing penalty, but really some nice speed by Warner. It really kind of drew him out and then pulled the puck back in. Nice, hard, low shot, just a tad wide, but now Benilde-St. Margaret's on the power play, as it's going to be St. Louis Park's Connor Johnson, the senior defender, going to go for that slash. Great opportunity for the Red Knights to take back the early momentum that the Orioles have gathered so far. The Orioles have been very, very good as far as supporting the puck, getting on and really creating some havoc for Benilde, but now Benilde gets a little space out there to work their magic.
Ooh, big shiver to the corner there. Collins lets the leather fly.
Couple strong bodies.
Now back up the ice they go. It's going to be Sorensen. Gets away from Clark. The old how's she going? And there's Limesand to make the save.
Well, I think Sorensen really respected Clark's speed, and Clark played a pretty good angle, kind of overplayed a little bit, came back in and put some pressure on Limesand. But when you see Clark and you're going against him, he's going to make the proper play. But it was really a nice play by Sorensen to create a little space and at least push the puck forward. 1:41 left on the penalty to Connor Johnson of the Orioles. Boy, now it's Benilde-St. Margaret's that has to win the face-offs on the power play. St. Louis Park having a little bit more success in the period.
Face-off win by the Red Knights. Power play continues for them. Rink wide for Kasurik across the line. Carries it deep to the corner. Down to one knee. That looks like it's designed. Scores!
Wow.
What a play for Collins. Kasurik carries the mail behind the net, and Collins juggles water bottle, and it's 1-0. Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Yeah, Kasurik really made that play happen, maintaining possession of the between the goal and the defender out to Joe Collins, senior forward, and he's no stranger to that area. His 7th goal of the season. And there you get a look at it. Just kind of feathered it back against the grain a little bit right on Collins' stick, up and over the shoulder. 1-0 lead on the power play. Benilde-St. Margaret draws first blood. Now it's up to St. Louis Park to respond. And the way they've been playing, I don't think they're going to miss a beat. But finally, the Red Knights get rewarded for some hard work.
Face off to the neutral zone. Red Knights strike first with the man advantage. It's Newhouse ahead. Across the line they go with Rue, who leaves a drop pass. A redirect, nice save by Rash as they were trolling low. I believe that was Bischel that had a chance in the low slot area. The Red Knights a little extra jump after that most recent marker. From the right point, it's flipped back in. Picked off in the neutral zone. Now it's going to be Mobley to the near side as he chips the boards. Back in behind the net it goes. Lime sand for Clark. Clark now with it. Long pass. That's Red Knight classic. Red Knight hockey. Hain cuts to the forehand. Chopped down on the play. No call. The Red Knight bench incensed right now.
Well, that was Riley Dvorak that came and took some liberties. He stopped that play, but under the interpretation of the referee, the only thing they saw on that one was an icing, but he didn't quit on that play. He followed through on the play. If he did take a penalty, it might not have been a bad penalty to take at that point because he was pretty much point blank, but it could have been a call.
That could have been a cross check.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, there's a couple different things that he could have.
2 minutes in the bin.
A couple things he could have had a choice from. He chose not to. But they called the icing, so.
Well, what was that? Like a door prize?
Yeah. It's a lovely parting gift.
Hain with it. Gets away from one man. Collins is there. Across the line. Down front they go. That's a nice save by Rash. Neudecker is there. The slot. Oh, they lost a man. Oh, a near opportunity there for Kasurik. What a job they did there. Hain. Magic man. Kent Nilsson.
Ooh. Boy, was
That's
he
for
good.
You old schoolers.
He was a good
that
one.
That guy was great. Totally underappreciated North Star. Turned over. Here we go. Breakaway in on goal. Oh, what a save by Alliance and Stone, Sam Baker, and we remain 1-0 Red Knights. This thing is wide open. It is squirrely. This is awesome. Collins is checked on the play. Back behind the net it goes as it's swung around to the neutral zone. It's going to be Callahan taking over, plays it up the right wing rail. That's Pittman to take over. Now it's going to be handled by Schubring, and he's going to be stopped cold in his tracks, and back up ice they go. Hain now off the boards. Right wing side. Nice little pass there by Pittman, and it's Limesand to make the save.
Well, he tried to send it to an area so he could catch up with that puck, but it was a nice play by James Callahan, the freshman defender for this Red Knight squad, to interrupt that flow. But boy, there's been a little bit of up and down action and the physicality as well. It has been a very, very good game. St. Louis Park is pressing a little bit, trying to get something happening, but they're getting guilty in their own zone of flooding it to one side, leaving a lot of space for the Red Knight forwards. That's not a recipe for success.
Oh, Jet Johnson nearly went. Got lit up there by Basil, got away from it as there's good energy again. Now it's going to be opened up to the left wing side.
Boy, there were 4 Red Knights coming down in that attack, kind of aggressive, but they didn't really have the puck support to warrant the 4 numbers, but it just shows the aggressive nature of Benilde.
It's amazing what a goal can do to change the tempo of a game.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
It absolutely was like unwrapping that Christmas present. You took the bow off it, and
sometimes the first one's the hardest to get. Once
we're all happy.
Feeling good. Now St. Louis Park can get a power play goal and get on with their season. They'd be in great shape.
They'll play it to the right wing side. No pressure, Bart Archer. Cross the line, Mobley. Big play there. Nice save. They try to go 5-hole to Finn.
Good quick release, too, by Mobley.
Check was Wanmacher. They're slow to get up. He gets over to the bench here. He's going to be fine, but really took that one for the team. Bischel. as he shot. His stick was checked and went down. That's a makeup. We're good.
Yeah,
They missed that other one, so, I mean.
Looks like St. Louis Park for a trip on this one. And I think it's going to be McCabe Dvorak. I'm not 100% sure.
That's a penalty for being strong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not one to really knock stuff, but.
No, that's a valid point, to be honest with you. But again, the rules are the rules, and he did see it and interpret it as a penalty. So now, once again, Benilde-St. Margaret's on the power play. They scored their last goal. It was Collins from Kachurik on the power play. Now they get another opportunity to take a 2-goal lead up to St. Louis Park to pick up the teammate.
Played up to the left wing side, out of the zone they go. They got shorty possible. Sorensen races into the corner. Stood up on the play by Clark, who tries to muscle him off the puck. And now it's the Red Knights to take control with it. Schweitzer. Kasurik. Hain. Wrister. Pad save Rash.
That was a good save, too. It was a great shot by Hain, but a low blocker side. Kicked the pillow out. Really a nice save.
That looked like one of the Czech Republic type goaltenders.
A little Hasek action?
I'm thinking Hasek. I'm thinking more along the lines of Pecorine.
Oh, goodness. Boy, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Just sort of.
Kind of.
Lofty praise from Pete Wagner here on the Catholic Sports Network for Rash.
Doesn't come easy. No. For Rash, yes, okay.
Oh, you mean for you?
No, I thought you meant for Pecorine.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, come on. The guy nearly won a cup.
Yes.
Drop pass there at the line. Hain. Kassur comes across, opens up, shoots, save, rebound. Oh, off the side of the goal. Collins bids.
Boy, that's the guy you want in that position. Just missed it by a little.
Haynes chucks some sauce. Oh, nice pass from Newhouse as he found Collins down low, who nearly redirected that to the shelf as Newhouse will regroup back in his own zone on a rolling puck.
Well, Joe Collins can really stay in the right spot at the right time, but he's got line mates that can get him the puck. Boy, he just seems like he seems like he's on the cusp, Pete. Looking for another
play. Back in off the Orioles zone it goes. In the neutral zone, Newhouse backpedals and dances to his right, gains the checkered, sends it in, looks awfully comfortable from that blue line position, as we know. Oh, nice pass up high to the slot. Pulling the trigger there was Callahan into a pair of shins. Poked away there by the defense. That was Wanmacher. Up in the air it goes with 8:39 to go in the stanza. The second period, 1-0 in favor of the Red Knights here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. We're 5-on-5. Well, that gets past Newhouse. They're going to have to hurry this one through as it's going to, swing and a miss. Limestone gets a little help from Newhouse, but Mobley's there. Little fish hook work there by Newhouse to stop him in his tracks. McNeil and Sorensen pin up on the boards as right now Mobley's got leverage, but McNeil had the position. Nice job by Newhouse to cancel him. Ooh, I went Doc Emmerich there. I said I'd never say that word. It slipped. How many times can you say that in the broadcast? Or wines and fires while we're at it. Keeping it local. Why not? 2-on-2. I know there's at least 10 people that know exactly what I'm saying, and they rolled their eyes.
Yep.
Across the goal line, they try to find a centering feed there. Sorensen couldn't find anybody. He fires that one into the stand. I gave you another fires just for fun there, Bart Archer. That's Seamus Foley. Up and out of play it goes.
You went to the well again, but pretty good reaction by the fan in the stands that caught that puck. But St. Louis Park doing a really good job down low. They're getting behind the Benilde defenseman and working the wall a little bit and had some great success. If it wasn't for a good play by Newhouse to stem that battle, Dvorak did a really nice job, or Mobley did a nice job down there controlling the play. They've been able to sustain their forecheck as well.
Shot blocked, and out of the zone they go with it. The Red Knights. That was Johnson. They'll play that back in behind. Norkoski to the corner. Basil takes over. Tries to shovel this up the wall. Instead it goes to the line. Snapshot. Nice save by Rash. That came from the blue line by Schweitzer. Red Knights look to control with Norkoski. The big frame off the boards. It's played to center ice. Poked down there. Ryan was there. Now the forecheck ensues. That was Baker in for the Orioles as the Red Knights look up ice. Sent right back in. Nice play by Pekarek as he hustles to the bench. And now it's going to be the Red Knights with Schweitzer. Left wing for Nikoski doesn't work. And now it's going to be picked up by Riley Dvorak as he looks to the neutral zone. Off the stick. Schweitzer. Left wing side. Norkoski. Right into the skates. Haynes going to have to regroup. Boy, if there's a defenseman there, he could have been put into pieces. Across the line. Oh. It's the Red Knights with it. sent back in behind. Oh, there's nothing worse than having to look back into your wickets and oof. That one's off a stick and sent back in deep as Schubring was there. 6:18 to go in the period. Turnover down low. There's a chance. Rash off his stake. Hain takes a swing at that. McNeil pushes that one wide of the mark. Now it's going to be the Orioles in possession as they chip that through the center ice area. Puck waddles wide of the goal.
A really good play by Hain on that one. Got it, or by Hain to get it back to McNeil. He didn't have a shot. Here we go.
There's a chance in the break and a look. Kasurik checked closely on the play. Hain was trying to find his left winger. Now it's going to be McNeil's shot. Oh, and a redirect by Hain that missed the mark. Ooh, that one through the goal mouth area. This line is playing very well. Foley back in behind the net. Hain now with it. Gets away from one man, stays in control off the end boards as Riley Dvorak works on him. Kasurik changes spots back in behind the net. Gets it in stride. Oh, he has McNeil dropping down. And by dropping down, the Karen will take it into the neutral zone as it's going to be McNeil to regroup. He's going to look back to the left wing side for Kasurik, who dances up through center. Oh, pickpocket at the line by Sorensen. Kicked ahead off the skates of Baker. Picked up now by Foley. Watched closely on the play by Baker again. Threw everyone on the change on the fly. We're going to continue on as we wind down to 5:05 to go in the second period. Long pass for Mobley in stride. He has a man in front. Mobley in front, backhand. That one turned aside by Limesand. Ooh, an opportunity there for Brenton Ryan as that one's whistled down.
Well, Ryan's got a couple tallies on the year so far, but it was a nice job by Mobley. A little backhand pass with in traffic. Really feathered it right on the stick. A little redirect. I think he wanted to get rid of that a little bit earlier than he wanted to, but good positioning by the Benilde-St. Margaret defender. But again, Limesand stands tall, face off to his right. But Pete, we talked about the Hain line. It was going against Riley Dvorak and Connor Johnson, senior and a freshman out there. Did I miss something?
Should we go on air production meeting? Folks, so if I sit down and take a break from standing, like Bart will stand for about 2 seconds, and then he'll sit down with me. And then when I stand up, it's like we're in church, we're at Mass. There's a shot of save. So I looked over at Bart, Christmas Mass is on Sunday, so if I kneel, will you kneel?
Probably. I follow your lead, Pete.
Sports Network, it's just only appropriate. I had to go there. That's why I was laughing at you.
If you want to be successful, you hang out with successful people,
yeah.
So I'm just following your lead.
It's just so funny. However you want to smooth out of that.
Fair enough. I just want to mention for Coach Colin Holman on this St. Louis Park squad. On defense, they have Riley Dvorak, who's just a freshman, with Connor Johnson, the senior. Sam Berry, a freshman, with Shea Pekarik, a senior. And Newdecker is a senior with young Jacob Young, a sophomore. So they have some blend of youth and experience in there. It's a nice job, a nice balance that Coach has got out there. So he's got experience and he's got some young legs as well. This team's got some depth on it, Pete.
It does have some depth on it. And that first line, we're watching. Obviously, we're doing all their home games for the Red Knights and the Catholic Sports Network, but Kasurik, Hain, and Collins have been good. We're really seeing them evolve here as we're getting toward, close to the midway point of the season, but they're really getting a comfort level with each other.
Well, plus, and when you have success or offensive zone time, it builds a little confidence. You hang on to the puck a little longer, wait for things to break and open. You're not into just get it and get rid of it or headman it or something. You're taking some time, you're showing some patience, and they're reaping the benefits of that. Face up in the St. Louis Park zone. Boy, we haven't said Atticus Rosh's name too much this period.
He's made some nice saves, though. He's been had to deal with some interesting traffic and things from the Red Knights. A good game for Brenton Ryan so far. The senior has 2 markers on the season. There's a chance they score! Ryan makes it happen. Baker finishes. We're tied at 1 with 3:55 to go in the second period.
Well, and that's Baker, the senior forward's 3rd goal of the season. What a big goal it was. They worked so hard, and I said before, Benilde-St. Margaret got rewarded for a lot of hard work. Now it's St. Louis Park that gets that reward as well. Just went 5-hole. He just couldn't close that hole quick enough. But that's a goal scorer's goal right there.
Good body position down low, though, by Ryan that allowed that opportunity for Sam Baker. By the way, the best wrestling cameraman, floor cameraman, professional wrestling, Todd Grover on the camera here, got that shot as Steve Halfin was asking him, and he did complete the deal.
We expect nothing less.
Played down, sent to the corner. Mobley is there as he'll look to play it through traffic. pinned up on the wall, and off the boards it goes. Baker is there. Off the glass, held in by the line. Oh, that was turned back up. I didn't think Hain was going to get to that. Now it's Kasurik across the line. He has an opportunity, pushes that one wide. Good man, take care. As they'll play this one back up across the line and sent in. Handled by the Orioles once again. Dvorak. And now it's going to be picked up. Schweitzer. Kasurik across the line. Drop pass, Hain. Oh, what a nifty pass back to Hain. Oh, he wasn't expecting it, hit traffic. And then that was Callahan who tried to force that one home.
Well, nice job by Pekarik to pick up his goaltender. He's in a vulnerable position, but he made himself big and stopped that shot. But really nice work by Benilde working it to the open man. And it all started with Hain just being very unselfish and causing fits for the Orioles in their own zone.
Right wing side of goal is sent right back in. As the Red Knights are there with Warner. Off the boards, Clark. 2:25 to go in the period. Pekarik. This is a really tense battle between these two teams.
Well, we're getting toward the end of the second period, too, so both teams want to finish strong, want to finish with some energy, but do the right things. Just don't make a mistake.
Sent back in by the Orioles. It's the Red Knights. Both these teams call this arena home. Oh, nice pass up the middle. Johnson with it. He cruises across the line. Little drop pass. That was Warner. They look through. They score! Johnson from the low slot. It's a 2-1 game now in favor of the Red Knights.
Well, and for Johnson, that's his second goal of the game, but really a good give-and-go play by the Benilde forwards. Took the initial shot, but you don't quit on the play, and that's exactly what Jet Johnson did as he stayed with that play and knotted that in. A lot of traffic in front of Rosh, and that's exactly what Benilde wants to do. Block the sight lines, take away his second chance follow-up opportunities, but Benilde-St. Margaret's with 1:56 left in the second period has a one-goal advantage. Up St. Louis Park to at least push back in the waning moments of the second period, but what a good goal that was.
Indeed they did. Indeed they did, Bart Archer.
And for Johnson, that's his second of the season.
A lot of guys picking up goals here tonight, second of the season. Chet Johnson, the official goal scorer. Charlie Warner on one of the assists. Ooh, there's a chance that Limesand was challenged on wide of the mark. Mobley is there. A minute and a half to go now, just about in the second period.
Boy, Mobley is tough down low.
Oh, indeed he is. Turned over across the line, poked to safety in the neutral zone. It's going to be Riley Dvorak with it. Chips it back into the zone. And that's going to be an icing call back into Oriole territory we go.
Well, Pete, we've talked about Luke Mobley, the senior forward, really a driving force for St. Louis Park, but I'm very impressed with his work down low. He really is very difficult to defend. He's a big body, too, that has good quickness on it, and he's got those quick hands, too. So, obviously, it's somebody Benilde-St. Margaret's is going to have to do a better job of containing because he's really created some opportunities for this Oriole squad. Now they just got to cash him in.
The quick mitts, as we like to say.
Quick mitts, quick and soft.
Clark shots deflected in traffic. Rash is there. Ooh, all sorts of bodies everywhere. Riley Dvorak plays the body. Collins was there. Kasurik up to the line. There's a wrist shot. Blocker pad save. Rash fought that one off as that came in from Callahan. Back behind the net. Pekarik is there. Picked off by Callahan at the line as he guides it in back behind the net. Run the wall by Timothy Collins, I believe that was, of the Orioles. Left wing side it goes. I think that was Dvorak rather that made that play, Riley Dvorak. Now it's Pekarik with it behind his own net. Looks right up the middle. Now it's Sorensen across the line with Basil. Sorensen pulls the puck away from Clark. Misses the mark there. And it's going to be gathered in by the Red Knights and sent to center with 22 to go in the period.
Boy, great stick side check by Jonathan Sorensen, separated from the puck, maintaining possession. Nice job.
Clark, ooh, nice job off the boards. Finds some real estate, but gets closed on by Mobley. He's too much of a veteran to fall for that. Mobley behind the net. Now it's picked up and played along the wall. That was Callahan on it. That'll do it for the period. What a period we had here, Bart Archer.
Yeah, indeed. Benilde-St. Margaret's has a one-goal advantage on the score sheet. But I think, as far as the possession and zone time, maybe St. Louis Park might have a bit of an advantage, but I think the golden scoring opportunities really favored the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. It just seems like when they get in the zone, especially the Hain line, they're really working it to the open man and putting a lot of pressure on St. Louis Park, putting them back on their heels. But I look for St. Louis Park to come out with a lot of energy this next period, just like they did this period. But good zone time. I'm sure Coach Holman has to feel pretty good about the way his team has played so far tonight. A couple breaks here and there, it might be a different ball game, but they have a challenge in front of them for the third period.
Where'd that come from?
Wow.
That just
UV meters just blew up.
And I'm sorry, everybody.
That's all right.
I just want everybody to know I got a cold.
Gee, there's a news flash.
It's been a struggle, but
I'm not laughing at you. I'm
we're
laughing
a
with
gamer.
you. Yeah, that's right. You always have
We're going
been.
to travel up to Duluth tomorrow night. It's going to be the Duluth tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock start, Duluth East and Lakeville North.
Oh.
Stateofhockey.com. You'll see that game. Later on tomorrow night, we'll have links for you. Minnetonka doing battle with the very talented Chaska Hawks edition.
From
Bagel activity. You'll be on the call with John Conley.
When is this?
Tomorrow night.
Okay.
What, do you have a date?
Yeah, you know better than that.
Okay,
No.
that's what you'll be on the call with John Conley.
At least I got a 12-hour notice this time.
Oh, yeah, you've been on that game the whole year.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's right down there. Bays is right there. I was like, hey, what's up, man? Should we just leave it here and put on a talk show? I mean, we might as well.
Well,
I mean, it's just
it'll get you warmed up for the Royce moment.
absolutely coming up Thursday.
Not
from,
that you need
3
it.
to 6 on 1500 ESPN. Don't be shy. Check out our On the Ice radio program. It's all hockey all the time from 9 to 10 tomorrow. That's going to be a repeat from last week. Sorry, folks. I'm going to be traveling.
Right.
And then also, don't forget about High School Hockey Weekly that airs every Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock. However, this week it'll be airing on Thursday at 4 because Christmas falls on a Monday, and that's usually when we start pinning the show together.
Right.
This week's edition is fantastic. It's got the Zamboni karaoke coming at you.
That's a blast.
How good were the Hounds?
Oh, they were great. They were into
How
it, too.
How cocky were they?
That's, I guess, it. Well, you got to be cocky to be good.
You got to go check it out. You go to stateofhockey.com, click High School Hockey Weekly. It's really great. The other brothers there with Danny Henderson and Gino Parrish. It's good stuff. I'm gonna sign off here for a minute and cough and not cough in your ears. And we'll be back with more coming up for you. This is high school hockey, Benilde-St. Margaret style, against the St. Louis Park Orioles. 2-1 game, a great one here from the Rec Center in St. Louis Park on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org.
The energy here is unbelievable, and you can just feel it from the students. You can feel the students are excited.
Everyone is a part of the team. Every faculty member, every student, every teacher is there to make this place a home for everyone so that they can learn, that they can grow spiritually, academically, and that everyone can succeed in whatever they think is the best.
You come in here and there's just this amazing amount of energy, and that energy is seen in the hallways of people passing each other, acknowledging each other, the way the teachers interact with the students and just with each other.
We want to make global leaders. We want to make people who are conscientious of what's going on around them and can not just look at really hard problems, but can really work to solve them.
The faculty and staff at Benilde-St. Margaret's are an incredible group of people. They care deeply about students, they care deeply about education, and a particular kind of education, the kind of education that really helps students to flourish, that helps students tap into their passion, helps students to contribute to the world.
Well, it's really cool to come to a middle school that's connected to the high school because you can meet all your high school teachers and get super comfortable with the school and with everyone who works here before you even go into high school, so that your high school experience is so much more enjoyable.
The ability for a little 7th grader to go up to a junior student and to be friends and to be able to explore their passions together, that's what I think exemplifies the spirit of community and family.
At Benilde-St. Margaret's, we do traditional education very, very well. But where we really thrive is in providing unique educational opportunities that prepare students for the world of tomorrow. So students are inspired to learn next generation skills like creativity and problem solving and critical thinking, and they have opportunities to connect to the real world. So whether it's bringing expertise in from the outside or whether our students are going out into the world and connecting to it. through forensics and biomed and engineering and journalism, there are just countless opportunities for students to have these sort of next generation academic opportunities.
Students are coming here for an experience that's going to carry them through into their future. And as 7th and 8th graders, they're coming in looking forward to the high school experience and they're getting prepared for that. And as high schoolers, they are being prepared for the next, whatever experience comes next for them.
I have looked at plenty of research that says the students that we have here are going to be working in careers and in fields that are not invented yet. And the kids who graduate from BSM go out and do amazing things.
I love the technology. It's something that I have found so incredibly helpful. The idea that I don't have to carry around textbooks for all of my classes, and the idea that I'm so connected using like Google Docs with friends that we can do projects together. It's something that I feel like really helps your education, and it's something that you'll use in college and after college, and I think this is a good place to start learning how to use it.
They just seem a little more advanced and they just seem to have a little bit of an edge, and I think it's because they were part of this community where they had so many opportunities and not just academic.
BSM is a place that offers everything to everyone, and I always tell parents, get involved, and I want your kids to get involved. That's how they create their friendships.
With over 29 different sports and over 30 different clubs and activities, we have something for everyone. I highly recommend that kids join an activity, even things they haven't done before. Really step outside themselves because they find they really have good experiences meeting other kids outside their comfort zone, and they quickly find how much they enjoy things, whether you haven't done it before or whether you have.
These are kids that are going to do great in life, who are going to give back to the community, and that little extra something they pick up at Benilde-St. Margaret's is going to help them even be greater.
There is an aura of respect in this community. It's respect. I saw it on the day that I came here. It was respect for teacher to student, student to teacher, student to student. There is a pervasive aura of respect, and we've got it, and we've always had it, and that's not going to leave us. We're just getting stronger, and I think it's a commodity that's increasingly in demand and desperately needed by our young people. And I would tell any parent to bring their child here for that very reason, if no other.
And we get ready to start the third period for you. 2-1 in favor of the Red Knights in a great period, Bart.
Yeah, indeed. Quick summary. Collins opened the scoring in the second period on the power play with 7th from Kachurik at 3:14. Then St. Louis Park answered at the 13:05 mark. It was Baker with his third from Mobley and Ryan, and then rounding out the scoring, Benilde-St. Margaret Johnson with a second from Warnart and Clark at the 15:04 mark. That's where we stand, 2-1. Should be a good period.
We stand 2-1 here as we start period number 3. Great between periods entertainment. It was outstanding.
Well, and to round it out, P. Wagner shots on goal that period, 12 for Benilde-St. Margaret, 2-period total of 21, 8 for St. Louis Park, 2-period total of 16. Face-offs, pretty much a wash, 50-50. I think Benilde might have had a 1 face-off advantage, but St. Louis Park relevant in the offensive face-off dot, or in the face-off dot. That's a good sign for Coach Holman.
Indeed it is. Possessions critical. Red Knights, though, really found a way here in the second period to have some great opportunities and energy going toward the net. Really able to it's funny because he used to score off transition. Kind of gone for a couple years, and now it's back. A fever pitch here at the rec center. I love it.
Yeah, the emotions ramped up each and every period. The closer we get to the finish line, the more emotions run high.
Nice crowd assembled here. Ooh, big check thrown in front of the Red Knight faithful.
Penalty.
And a delayed penalty. It'll be on the Orioles as the Red Knights will try to work the power play one more time.
Yeah, it's going to be Willie Basel, the senior forward, going to go into the box. Really not the way you wanted to start. They show good energy for the first minute and 6 seconds. Really put Benilde-St. Margaret's kind of back on their heels, but again, coming down the ice wasn't relevant to the play. So not the greatest penalty for the Orioles, but now, again, the challenge is in front of them to pick up their teammate. Basil's been a very prominent player on this squad. He can't help him from the penalty box, but it's up to his teammates to kill this penalty off and get back to showing that good energy they showed in the first minute of this period.
Red Knights now off the draw, looking to open up a 2-goal lead, which could represent the largest of the game. Clark down the wall, looking for Kasurk. Oh, look out, here they come, short-handed. Sorensen fishes it through a pair of skates there on Schweitzer.
That was a nice sauce.
Payne now, he's going to have to hurry as it's Sorensen all over him. Mobley steps up, makes the play. He's dangerous. Mobley across the line from the right wing side. Bothered by Collins. Fans want the hook. They're not going to get it.
Well, they might have had an argument, but it was right in front of the referee, but not going to get it. But it was a nice forward challenge by Mobley on that one, but really a better play by the Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Now it's going to be Hayne across the line as he plays this one around the boards. Kicked into the corner. That's Callahan. So work that one wide of Clark, who's going to be pressured. I like this fact that they don't lay back and they force the defenseman to have to work hard to retrieve off the end wall.
Absolutely. 1 minute in the penalty.
Great job by Baker. Clark now.
Boy, and then they get on it right away. They're making it very difficult to get any flow out of their zone with the man advantage.
They're not giving them freebies out of the zone to transition.
Correct.
Now it's going to be Callahan off the end boards as the carom will come all the way up to Sorensen as he just backhands it out of the zone.
Well, he did a nice job. He didn't send it up the wall because that was covered. He just changed the angle a little bit, sent it all the way down the ice. Nice decision by Sorensen on that one.
Carson Limesand was there. And now it's going to be McNeil stood up on the play. Long pass through center. That's off the stick of Sorensen. He was nearly sprung.
Yeah, Benilde's going to have to pay attention to that. That's about the third one so far this period that they've attempted and connected with. So they're going to have to kind of keep you. Can't let somebody behind you, and they're connecting on that pass, really kind of softening up the defense for Benilde.
Newhouse gathers in, left wing on the outlet. Here's the ring around the boards. Comes up to the right wing wall to the slot, away from Newhouse into the neutral zone. They better hurry as it's put off the boards. And McNeil was there. Newhouse comes away with it. Toes the line. Nifty job there. Gains the offensive zone. We're even now at 5-on-5. Red Knights up high. Newhouse down low. Nice pass. Oh, that one's swatted away from Rue. Back behind the net now. It's going to be played once again by the Orioles out of the zone with Basil in on goal. Limesand makes a nice read. Basil comes in, sprays him, gives him a little how's she going.
And then Foley showed him his displeasure on that one. And they're still barking about it right now, trying to get some separation. But emotions are running not only high in the stands, but running high on the ice.
That's a penalty in the show.
Well, indeed it is. Just go to the bench.
But it's not the show.
Don't lose your focus. They've been far too effective so far to let a distraction like that take them off their game.
Limesand couldn't believe what he just saw. We'll see if that doesn't knock him out of focus. Ooh. Barr was there. Across the line. Willie Basil's father was a goaltender. He should know better.
Yeah.
I used to actually appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Knowing your attitude, you probably smiled and thanked him for it.
It cooled me off. Say thanks, man.
I thought you were cool enough. At least that's what you've always told me.
No, but I mean, you're sweating. That stuff was hot. You say thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Face off outside the Red Knights zone. 13:07 left. St. Louis Park getting some offensive zone time. They just got to get to Limesand and put more pressure on him. But he's really stood tall so far.
Well, I've been, every game I've seen him play, I've mentioned him as being really a solid goaltender. Yep. I'm seeing more and more out of him as this year is going on, and he is just getting better and better.
Well, and not only that, but I think his teammates are believing in him more and more each time they take the ice with him, and that bodes very, very well for the long run for this Red Knight squad.
Well, and you also got to credit goaltending coach Chris Gernitz with the work he's been doing with this addition. Now it's the Red Knights off the end boards. 12:30 to go in the third. Played out of the air and sent right back in by the O's. That was Barry with the dump in. Surik will have to walk back into his zone. Played off, wobbling puck to the line. Carried low. That's off a pair of shins. Into the corner it goes. Foley looked ahead. Hospital pass there for Haynes. As that was steered aside there by Rash. Ooh, boy, those are ones you just got to go alligator arms on and say, I'm not taking that one. Sorensen inside out and back out again. The corner it goes. I believe it's down there somewhere. To the line and not out. Pekarik under his stick. Gets a little bit of help. Now backpedaling. It's Connor Johnson picked off in the neutral zone across the line. Now it's Johnson. He has one tonight. Blocker pad save Rash. Good one there. Now Johnson, a house of fire. Foley rings the glass all the way back in behind. Johnson, I'm sorry, I was calling
Ian
Barr.
Yep. Got a pretty good shot from a shallow angle on that one. And Barr's one that he's not shy about the physical part, physical activity. He's played with good discipline tonight. It's nice to see. But now Benilde-St. Margaret's starting to kind of get back into the offensive flow of this game. It's been St. Louis Park offensively, really predominantly for the first 5.5 minutes of this period. But it looks like Benilde's starting to push back a little bit.
There we go. Walter Toyota got a freebie in there.
How about that?
Wow.
That didn't hurt.
We have blended the Eden Prairie Productions here with the Housing Hub, of course, one of your proud sponsors for tonight's game, along with Cambria. Plenty others we'll be bringing into the mix down the road here. We'll be showing you. Timeout on the ice. The Red Knights chatting things over along with the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Pete, let me take this opportunity, if I may, just to kind of break down the St. Louis Park team. They have not only depth in scoring, but they have balance. Their first unit has 6 goals between them, everybody on the score sheet. Second unit has 9 goals, everybody on the score sheet. Third unit has 7 goals, everybody on the score sheet. So they get good balanced scoring from their forwards, and they have a good quality defensive core, as you can see. So a lot of good things happening, and they're pretty solid in goal. Atticus has played a fine game tonight, so I really like the direction St. Louis Park is going. It might not show up with a 3-3 record. They've been trading blows with other teams, but good things to come for the St. Louis Park team. If they can get some through the holidays, get some confidence going, this could be a very formidable force in the very near future.
So it's the Red Knights and the Orioles after the timeout with 11:23 to go. Face off. Going to be off the boards into the neutral zone. Mobley gets away from one man. Oh, he opens up, shoots, scores!
Oh, boy.
Oh, what an individual effort, Mobley. We're tied at 2.
Well, one thing Mobley did is he got the puck in stride through the neutral zone, turned it up the ice. Really got around one Red Knight defender, kind of aggressive on that defense, and then he got around another one, went in unabated against Limesand. And there you can see it, just worked his edges right here and then drew him out. Just a little overcommitment by the Red Knights, but that's just a good offensive play. by McCabe Dvorak, and that is going to be, or Mobley, I'm sorry, that's going to be his 5th goal of the season. He's one of the offensive dynamos. He's been relevant all night long, got rewarded for some effort. We're tied at 2, 11-10 left in the third period.
Great play there.
Indeed it was.
The big fella can play the game. That would be Mobley from Riley Dvorak, Bart Archer.
Thank you. I thought it was Charlie Brown's teacher announcing that one, but that's my hearing probably.
Chuck Brown, if you like to call him.
But that was a goal that obviously gave St. Louis Park some energy and obviously a little bit of okay. I usually don't follow direction this well.
That was a test. I just sat down, folks. You hear this in the second period. Bart started to sit down just like the masses.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to stand up. Are you going to sit down?
I'm going to try to go against the grain here.
I wanted to see you do it.
Oh, man.
There you were. He started to go down. He does it all. It's beautiful. 2-2 the score here with 10:57 to go in the second period. A terrific hockey game. Tell a friend. CatholicSportsNetwork.org. We've got some great stuff on our network here this week. From Red Knight basketball against the Stars of the Academy of Holy Angels. We had an overtime thriller this afternoon with Holy Family Catholic defeating Benilde-St. Margaret's 1-0. Puck is chipped to the right wing boards. We had the Red Knights defeating the Stars in girls hockey on Wednesday. John Conley on that call, 3-0 affair. Another good one. And then Hutchinson and the Academy of Holy Angels going, oh, and a big check of the neutral zone. We're going at it in girls basketball last night. Newhouse takes the turnover, shoots it in on goal as that's looked right into the glove there by Rash.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Newhouse. Didn't take the big windup, just got a good quick release, got that puck on goal, but Rash made the nice decision. But Shea Pekarik stood him up and really cut the ice off at the red line. He's been very aggressive tonight with the physical game, his zone exits. He's really played a solid overall game all night tonight. I look for that to continue.
Oh, we got a why so quiet chance. Not sure where that came from.
Or what would initiate that, to be honest with you.
Well, it's coming from the Red Knight faithful.
Yeah. Trying to poke the bear a little bit. But Pete, I mean, everybody's well represented here. There's a lot of people in on a Friday night on a holiday week. And they've been treated to a terrific game. Just under 10 minutes to go in this third period. We're not at a 2.
It's a great rivalry. Jimmy Carroll just nonstop texting. Glad to see his night's full of plenty of things. Wow. Kane with it. Off the boards. Callahan. Now it's played to center. Sorensen takes a swing at that. And back into the corner now. It's going to be handled by Barry. They push that up the boards and sent right back in. Penalty coming up. This will be on the Red Knights.
Well, I would venture to say that Sam Barry, just a freshman, he drew that penalty in. Good aggressive energy going down in that forecheck. And Red Knights just got a little bit aggressive. But what a really great opportunity for this Oriole team on the power play. They're over 23 right now, Pete, looking to change that trend. What a great opportunity it is. But it's going to be Schweitzer that's going to go to the box for the Red Knights, putting them behind the 8 ball.
Won 50-50, won by the Orioles. Mobley one-timer, of that field, James Norkowski. Back into the corner it goes. Orioles walk it to the near side. Shallow angle opportunity there that misses the mark by Baker.
Boy, the points are wide open for St. Louis Park. Benilde is kind of sagging back down low. A lot of room out there at the blue line.
Wanmacher. Mobley to the near side for Sorensen. Opens up. The one-timer. Limesand didn't see that one.
Boy, that just
whistled off the glass.
Right by his ear.
Again, Mobley, a bullet wide of the mark. Limesand came out, got the pads down, was nice and big on that one in case it would have hit him. Nice keep there on the far side by Sorensen. Now gives the Mobley back over for Sorensen. Back for Mobley. Snapper, traffic, rebound, Sorensen, save. Limesand, really good seeing that one in.
Well, that's some good work by Jonathan Sorensen and Mobley, 2 forwards back on the deep positions. worked the puck quite well back and forth, really tried to wait for that creative space. It was Mobley that took 2 wide shots, one whistled high, the other one whistled wide, but that third one was right on goal. Nice job by Limestone to corral that puck and force a whistle. Just 1:01 left in the penalty to Schweitzer, but St. Louis Park showing some good energy. To maintain that energy, a must win in this face-off dot.
A must win in the dot indeed. And there it is. Up the ice goes Mobley. He's going to log pretty much 2 minutes here. Basil shot's blocked. That hits Clark on its way in.
Boy,
back the length of the ice.
4 Orioles down below the face-off dots. Very aggressive, and there were a couple Red Knights. If they could have gained possession, it might have gone the other way. But I like what Coach Holman's doing. He puts Pekarik in the front of the net, hard to move, and has 2 forwards back on the D.
Orioles now with 12 to go. McNeil jammed on the play.
8 seconds left in the penalty.
7.5 to go in the period.
Well, I don't think if St. Louis Park does not score, obviously the trend continues as far as their power play struggles, but they maintain good possession. They put pressure on, a lot of offensive zone time, so there's a lot of encouraging things on this power play. Like I said, the first one's always the hardest. They just need to get that first one and take that monkey off their back, but they're going to get a great opportunity here.
Oh, nice job through the face-off there and pushed wide of the mark by Dvorak.
That's how you do it.
That's McCabe Dvorak. That's going to do it for the penalty. The Red Knights dodge the bullet. That's off the hand. This is going to be a hand pass if they play it. They don't. Bischel was on that. He'll come back with it to the near side. He's got the line with Rue trailing. Rue back, tried to get it back to the corner for Bischel. Nothing doing there. And back the other way they come with Wanmacher. It's going to be Callahan. Now it's taken over by Basil. This pass deflected in. On goal, Limestone twists that off.
Boy, a lot of stretch passes by the Orioles, really creating space between the forwards and the defense for Benilde.
Callahan off Newhouse. Baker plays around to the far side. Bischel is there. Newhouse now. Mobley jams him. Baker to the line. Foley the shot. Nice glove save by Rash to read that one in.
Well, if you get the puck along the wall in your defensive zone, if you're going to send it up the wall, you got to put a little juice on that one. Kind of a lazy pass off the boards, able to be contained by Benilde, puts a good shot on goal, but Atticus Rash did a nice job of tracking that puck, holding onto that puck, face off to his right. Time is of the essence. I mean, nobody wants to get a turnover. Turnovers are like mini power plays, so you have to be very puck responsible, but be very, very efficient. St. Louis Park's been very clean getting out of their zone. Look for that trend to continue, but Benilde-St. Margaret's forecheck is going to have something to say about that.
2-2 here in the third period with 6:33 to go in a tightly contested game. If you're just joining us, this is a very good hockey game.
Very enjoyable, very entertaining.
Of all the Red Knights home boys hockey games right here on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org. They bring it back into the St. Louis Park zone.
Boy, just a rare misfire by Shea Pekarik. We just talked about him previously. The senior forward saw, I believe it was a streaking Mobley, just kind of led him a little bit too far, hence all the way down face-off. You don't want too many defensive zone face-offs against this Benilde-St. Margaret team. You don't want to tempt fate too many times.
No doubt. Orioles do a nice job of maintaining possession to the right wing side. Ryan is there. Nice little pull move on the puck by Baker to the corner. Now it's going to be Foley with it. Off the boards to the right side. Niedecker. They try to play that one through. And now it's going to be played back in behind and controlled by Clark. He'll bump the end boards. Foley, rink wide underneath his stick. And sent right back in. Big check throw in there on Pekarik. Now it's Clark for Foley. Back for Clark. Looks to work up ice off the skate of Ian Barr. And sent right back up the boards by Schubring. Off the bench, it's Riley Dvorak as he winds and fires. Handled there by Lime-St.
I really like that decision by Riley Dvorak, the senior defenseman. He was just thinking about just dumping the puck deep, saw he had a little space, gained the zone, pretty decent shot on goal, but again, Lime-St made that save look easy. But I like the fact he didn't just dump the puck into the zone to go get it. He actually brought the puck in, tried to make a play, made the goaltender make a save.
Big jam up on the wall there, 5:22 to go. Got the feeling that the next goal wins here.
Oh, yeah.
Barry, do we have 2 overtime games out of the 3 that we did here?
Yeah, I was going to say that word, but it does kind of reek that way. Absolutely.
Back up through center ice. Brought down on the play was Barry. Wow, very sensitive crowd here.
Yeah, even the bench was a little sensitive on that one as well.
It looked like just a check to me, but anyway, we will remain partial. Schweitzer swings it to the near boards. Collins up over the outstretched glove of the defense, and Pekarik. Neudecker plays ahead. It's picked off. Hain down low. He nearly had his man in front. That was Pekarik. Now it's going to be Collins back behind for Hain. Watched by Pekarik, who jams his man. Ooh, that shook up Hain, I believe, but here come the Orioles back the other way. Dvorak with it. McCabe Dvorak, blocker pad save. Lost the sight of that. Ooh, and another big check thrown there. It's gotten physical here. Latter stages of the third. Mobley smashes his man. That's Kasurik. Oh, a turnover there. The Orioles are starting to sniff it here a little bit as that's played back up to the neutral zone.
Well, plus it seems...
with a rolling pocket icing the call.
I didn't mean to talk over you, Pete, but not only is the physical game amping up, but it's St. Louis Park that's actually winning the battles to the loose puck, and they're creating some space, but really stingy defense by Benilde-St. Margaret's. When the Orioles get the puck on top of the circles, good positioning by the Red Knight defenders to really limit the good looks at the goal. That's what you want to do with 4 minutes left in a tie game of a third period.
John Sands sent in his prediction. We'll save that for later. Let you know if he was right. Here's Drew with a nice pass and a big save there by Rash once again. That opportunity from Newhouse.
Well, and emotions are running amok. Be responsible, John. But it was Rue that did a nice little delay on that one. Kind of bought himself a little time, put a pretty good effort toward the net, and then things got a little congested in front of Rosh, but he held onto it. Net came off the mooring, but the faceoff should still be in the Orioles zone. Faceoff's obviously going to be a little bit more important as this game kind of ticks down. I think on these 50-50 pucks, on these faceoffs, it's St. Louis Park that's coming out with the possession. I'm sure that Red Knights are looking to turn that tie, get some pressure on Rosh.
Well, when things were working for the Orioles a few minutes ago, they were throwing leather all over the rink and creating turnovers and picking up a lot of ice. Very reminiscent of the Brainerd Warriors. The Red Knights have been responding quite well here tonight.
Well, what was easier before has certainly become now more difficult for St. Louis Park to get out of the zone. A little better angle, a little better positioning by Benilde-St. Margaret's, and the defense are actually holding the blue line, which they were kind of a little bit coming off the blue line a little quickly. Now they're holding the blue line. Appropriate situation. You just have to make the right decisions at this time of the game.
Face off, pulled back to the end boards, played up to the right wing side. Bart Archer just all over a couple of, 7-year-old kids.
I wasn't all over him.
Like you were going to fight him.
Not at all.
Blocking your view.
I love it when kids come out to the rink to watch high school hockey. Stop it.
Shot there by Norkoski. Newhouse again.
Hey, he had it coming.
And Dvorak, there you go. Dvorak's looking for Wanmacher across the line as he's going to play back in behind. We're down to now 3 minutes remaining here in the third period. Norkoski stood up in the neutral zone. Deflected in by Sorensen. No change for the O's. They'll get one man off, 2 now for the Red Knights. As they'll look to break up ice, it's Clark with it. Cuts against the grain. Carries this one deep. Ooh, he has the centering feed there for Rue that failed to click. It was blocked by the defense. Nice job there by Barry. Sorensen and the Vinny Lecavalier, number 4. Back the other way, the Red Knights across the line. Schweitzer, there's a wrist shot. Nice pad save there on the bid by Warner. Johnson wrist shot turned aside by the stick of Rash. Back behind the net it goes. That's going to be Barr. Looks to turn it back toward the slot area. And they control it off the slot, the goal mouth, and it's picked up by the Orioles. On the tape, across line, Mobley lost the handle momentarily offside the call.
Well, that was a good challenge at the blue line by Nate Schweitzer, the sophomore defender. Very savvy on that one. He saw Mobley coming in with some speed. Challenged with the blue line, forced that cut. The puck obviously trailed him in, but it just seems like St. Louis Park is kind of getting guilty, getting out of position a little bit. But the Red Knights are really kind of moving their skates, moving the puck, and really making it difficult for St. Louis Park to defend. So far, they've done a pretty good job
Show that replay again.
Keeping it at bay.
You know, one of the things that the Orioles have been having trouble with here is this straight-ahead guy that's just crashing straight to the net, taking out that defenseman that's right in front of him. Keep going. Stop right there. And then you'll see a man right by the replay. He's open as you have one guy ahead, and then, so go ahead, bring it. The late man is there. It's just is a little too far ahead. If he could have taken that back a little bit more in stride, he could have had a better look. And if he was a left-hand shot, it would have been even a better opportunity because he could have found that top shelf right there.
Yeah, better angle for a left-handed shot. But
they've struggled with the straight-ahead crash on the 3-on-2 entries.
Well, and it really comes down to the forwards because generally the trailer that comes into the zone unabated without being defended is always the most dangerous. And you can't let the guy, if he's coming down the middle, you have to change your stride and interrupt that and try to stay between the puck and that player, but the forwards have to come back and defend that trailing player. But really a good opportunity. But if he would have got it a little sooner, as you said, might have been a better opportunity to score. But Benilde-St. Margaret's putting the pressure on, but the Orioles answered the bell.
Both teams have exercised their right to their timeout.
It's a good time for a timeout, too. And the benefit to the Orioles is last year they were kind of relying Bauer Neudecker, to be the driving force offensively. Now they have the balance to where they can roll some lines out and still have scoring presence.
That clearing attempt at the official, and the Red Knights are benefactors in on goal, handled there by Rash.
Well, I suppose if you're Coach Holman, you have to be concerned with how much play in the last 3 minutes has been down in your zone, and they've really got to Atticus Rash on a couple of occasions. Not great looks, but they're getting their opportunities, but now they get a golden chance if they can win this face-off. 1:45 left in third period. Exciting stuff.
Face-off played up to the line to center ice. Red Knights will regroup. It's Collins with it. Plays ahead. Surif was there. Take a swing at that one. Mobley tries to work it one hand. He couldn't really get going as Hayne jumped all over him. Foley now behind for Clark. 1:25 to go in the third. Off the stick, no ice on the play. Hayne will be there. Riley Dvorak jammed. Big turnover there. Big check by Hayne.
Well, he heard footsteps and he rushed that play a little bit.
That's off Baker's stick. Red Knights try to forecheck. It's the Orioles that clear to center. Rolling puck into the Red Knight zone as we wind down now to 1 minute remaining in the third period. 2-2 your score. We're all knotted up. Rink wide it goes. That's behind Newhouse. Stepping up into it is Clark. Controlled rush. Played back in behind the net. Norkowski slides over to the corners. He crashes through, gets the big frame and protects. Looks to the slot area. No high stick there. Newhouse snapper blocked off a pair of skates, up and out of play.
Well, one thing I'd like to say is if you're a defender and they have some speed, you have to go stick side on that check and really kind of separate them. He checked on the wrong side. He was able to maintain possession and put some trying times on this Orioles squad, but that comes with experience. It's going to be an exciting 36.9.
Sorensen to draw against Newhouse. And Sorensen, now they'll chip it off the glass. I said hit a player inside the zone, inside the box area there.
No, I think he got under just a little bit, but it was a nice win. Really had a nice exit, but again, it went up into the Orioles bench, so now another face-off in the Orioles zone.
So it would have been a nice little chip. Becomes another defensive zone face-off. It's an unfortunate bounce for the Orioles, but they get the draw again. Mobley fishes this one away from Hayne. Tries to spring Basil up the left wing side. He'll have to hurry. He has Sorensen to the net. Back in the corner goes with 20 seconds to go. Newhouse is there. Back up into center. It's Pekarik. Mobley with it. Tries to angle through traffic. Nothing doing there. Ooh, missed there. Back at center. Played ahead. Handled by Hayne as he looks back over to the left wing side. Clark with it. And the whistle on the play.
Well, I think one thing that we haven't really talked about the Benilde-St. Margaret defenders jumping into the play and being involved in the offensive play as much as we normally do, but that's St. Louis Park with those stretch passes. What they have to do is they have to kind of mind their defensive responsibility, so that creates a lot of space between the defense and the forward, so they can't really come up as a five-man unit. But when it comes to defending, they've done an outstanding job. But then you see Clark starting to spearhead the offensive rush. If they can get a little bit more of that, they can get some pressure on. Just 3 seconds left outside the Orioles zone. Unless something unusual happens, we're looking at overtime.
And overtime it is. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, next goal wins or we end in a tie. 8 minutes of hockey we put on the board. High school hockey continues right here on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org. Well, the Red Knights took a 2-1 lead at 15:04 of the second period. Chet Johnson scores from Charlie Warner and Nate Clark. Then at 5:50 here of the third period, Luke Mobley with a terrific individual effort off a chip pass from Sam Baker and Riley Dvorak ends up tying the game. We stay there. Shots on goal read 31-24 in favor of the Red Knights.
Well, I think that you brought up Mobley's name. I think he's been a force tonight offensively. But I've been very impressed with Pekarik. He's really kind of grown on me through the course of this game. He's made a lot of solid plays from the defensive position and really created nice transition. Plus, he's stemming the tide of the onslaught from the Red Knights. But we have overtime. Here we go.
Face-offs, they're going to matter as they always do, are favoring the Orioles at now a 32-26 mark. Not by much. Cross the line in the midsection line. It was Mobley.
Yeah, we've said his name quite a bit.
We'll probably get a steady diet of 15 and 20.
but
11.
But Pete, going into that period, it was Benilde-St. Margaret's that held the face-off advantage by 1, so St. Louis Park had tremendous success in the face-off circle that third period.
Mobley takes a draw against Hain. Little help from the right wing side there by Wandmacher. Blast to the neutral zone it goes. Johnson plays back through everyone. Clark takes over for the Red Knights. Plays ahead for Hain, poked away from him. As they look up ice, it's sudden death, sudden victory, depending upon how you look at it, half full. There's a chance in front. Hayne was there. They battled. They score!
No, he waved it off now.
He waved it off. It looked like he pointed into the net, and then he washed it off.
Well, it was Kasurik that I think initially thought that he had scored that goal, but I think the referee had plans, but then he decided he didn't tonight. No, I'm kidding, actually. But very rarely do you see a goal called and then waved off by the same referee.
No, he didn't point at it. He went to grab the back of the net.
Okay.
He's exonerated.
Yes.
He never pointed at it. He went to grab the back of the net, and then he went no goal.
Well, now Coach Ken Pauly wants a little clarification. I like the fact the referee showed the respect to the coach to go over and kind of clarify it a little bit. But St. Louis Park gets a second opportunity. But obviously, if you're Benilde-St. Margaret, you have to be a little bit disappointed thinking the game is over. Now you got to regroup your emotions and refocus. I don't think it's going to be a problem for him, but St. Louis Park gets a great opportunity again. Boy, listen to this crowd. They're raucous.
Great acoustics here at the Rec Center in St. Louis Park.
Hayne and Sorensen on the faceoff. Another St. Louis Park win.
Eric with it. Outlets to the right wing side. Nice play at center there. Schweitzer plays ahead. Now it's going to be Collins, leaves for Hayne. Snapper, stick save, Rash. Nice job there.
He looks comfortable too. Penalty.
He had a read through. Ooh, delayed. It's going to be on the Red Knights.
I don't think Rosh was really aware of it. Not that much of a consequence, but it's going to be a slashing penalty. Boy, a stick penalty in overtime is not the call to order. It's just a question.
In the offensive zone,
and it's going to be Joe Collins, one of the big offensive forces on this Red Knight team. But it is a slash. Now St. Louis Park with an offensive zone faceoff. Success in the dot so far gets a great opportunity to put this thing away. Up to the Red Knights to answer the bell, kill this penalty up, and pick up their teammate that's really kind of been a driving force in this game.
The irony is you talked, Bart, in the onset about the power play of the Orioles not being kind to them. Wouldn't that be ironic?
Yeah, it would be a good time to break that trend.
Arkoski races over to the right wing wall, and back behind the net it goes. Pekarik plays to the corner, shallow angle shot, misses the mark. Mobley from the right point. Dishes over to Sorensen. Walks down to the hash marks, now to the left dot. Tried to find his man. That was Baker, who comes away with it. Lost the handle, gets it back. Now Mobley's going to walk. Baker up high, top of the slot. Ooh, Limesand didn't see that till the last second. That one was hitting the end boards. That shot from Wanmacher was deflected up and out of play. So 1:23 to go in the man advantage. You see it right there on your screen. OT says 6:23. It's 2-2 here in the overtime session.
Well, a couple nice recoveries by the Orioles. They almost gave the puck up, but actually battled back and got some offensive flow. 1:23 left in this penalty to Collins.
Face-off win. Now it's Mobley. Wanmacher back up to Mobley. Left side they go to Sorensen. He's going to walk. Watch closely there. Nice job by Hayne up high. Barr takes over. Now Wanmacher from the right point down to the right corner. Sorensen, nice job to get away from traffic. His shot doesn't get through. Hayne was there to take it over. Swats it off the boards. Look out, Barr's got a foot race with Sorensen. Sorensen can scoot. Barr tried to muscle his way in. Nice play there by Sorensen. That's a great positional battle there between he and Barr.
Yeah, knocking Barr down is not an easy task, but he made a terrific play at a big time for his team.
Mobley takes over out of his own zone with 5:35 to go in the extra session. Up the left wing side, in on goal, Limesand the save. He's going to wisely cover and have the faceoff come up inside his own zone.
Well, I think it's a good idea. If a goaltender at this juncture of the game has control of the puck, he's going to grab that puck as Haynes got to all the way down to the Orioles zone to get his twig. But again, a lot of offensive zone faceoff for St. Louis Park. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. They really have to make something happen here, Pete.
Shot nearly knocked the stick out of Narkoski's hands as it'll be handled up high. A one-timer, traffic. Ooh, it hit an Oriole in front. There's another shot. Traffic redirect to the goal line. Can't tell. Oh, Snow Angel for Limesand. Barry with the original shot. In on goal there. That was McCabe Dvorak. Maybe we get a look at this one on replay.
Yeah, it was Barry that took that shot. It'll come back out to Barry. Here you're going to take a shot. You know, a lot of people thought he was going to pass, but a nice, good, low, tippable shot. Nice save by Limestone. And then the follow-up, he made himself big and really took that away. Face off to his left. A very trying moment for Benilde.
13 to go in the man advantage. Face off, that rags a few more minutes off. Nice job off the glass by Foley. Good use of the glass.
Overall, pretty good PK by the Red Knights. Orioles had a couple looks, but they kept the puck out of the net.
Ooh, turnover. Here's a chance down low. That was Baker that was trolling. Again, down front, swatted away by Clark. It's very tense in here. Unreal.
Good play by Clark to just get the puck out of danger.
Now it's Hain. Cross the line. Here they come. There's a shot that's wide of the mark. They look to play this one to the goal mouth area. Turned aside. Spun toward the net by Rue. And back to center ice it goes for Schweitzer and the Red Knights. 4:28 to go in the extra session. Remember that show, Overtime?
I do.
On, what was it, Time Warner? Was it Paragon? Or was it,
it was Rogers, and then it became Paragon.
Paragon Cable. Home of KAKE TV. Shot it on goal.
Yeah, we sold that quite hard. Boy, another good shot by Limestone. He came out just outside the blue, took away really a lot of the openings on that net, took away the high percentage shots, but St. Louis Park got a pretty good look on that one. Boy, it's been up and down, but you don't get too many power plays, and I thought that Orioles had a pretty good showing, and maybe they're going to have some residual value from that, keep some of the energy, but Benilde-St. Margaret's a huge kill at a big time.
Mobley and Newhouse. It's Mobley with a great positional face-off, but Newhouse doesn't give up on it and gets up to Kasurik, who clears it to neutral. Set right back in by the Orioles, and it's going to be Foley. Kasurik will take the check from Neudecker rather. And now it's going to be played at the line by the Orioles across center. Sent back into the right wing side. Wanmacher is there. He's pinned up on the boards. And now it's going to be Clark. Leaves ahead for Newhouse. He'll gain the line. Newhouse goes behind the back for Kasurik. And at the checkered line, it's sent back in off Norkowski. And it's going to be the Red Knights again. Kasurik can't handle. Neudecker plays ahead, deflected in by Basil, back in behind the net. Dvorak, chance, shot, save, rebound, they fish, they poke. Limestone again says no. This kid, freshman's been really impressive.
Yeah, indeed he has. And there's a couple of freshmen out here that's been pretty impressive, and one of them was McCabe Dvorak. Went in deep, but won the battle to the puck, sent it out front, and a deflection actually sent it parallel to the goal line, so kind of a tense moment for the Red Knights. And then all heck broke loose as a lot of activity in front of Limestone, but he kept that puck out of the net. Nice job by the Benilde-St. Margaret goaltender. Another offensive zone faceoff for St. Louis Park.
Another one. What is this, about a half dozen at least?
Yeah, Benilde's having a little better luck in this overtime. Ooh, wow.
That one wide of the mark.
That was close.
Ooh, big check thrown there on Barr. Sorensen has shot. Big save again. Left wing side. Barr gathers it in with some ice. Wiley Dvorak watches him. Ooh, that handcuff rash to center. McNeil keeps it alive. Plays it into the far corner. Barr and Dvorak. Nice job by Dvorak to stop him cold in his tracks with 2:40 to go in the extra session. Collins was there, pickpocketed neatly there by Sorensen. He has men on the move. Bounding puck. That's going to be an icing call.
Boy, that play didn't make a lot of sense. Sorensen has made a lot of good decisions tonight. I don't know if that was his best. He just wanted to chip it forward because he's got some speed up front and have them track that puck down. Just got a little bit too much on it. Now it's an offensive zone faceoff for the Red Knights. Great opportunity for them. We got Mobley and Newhouse in the faceoff circle.
Red Knights get the draw. One-timer, swag of the miss. Neudecker had something to do with that one.
Swag of the miss.
2:15 to go in the overtime period. Played ahead. Up the right wing side, it's going to be Ryan on it. 2-on-2 battle.
Really nice job by Foley to control that forechecker, really limiting his space.
Kick back up to the neutral zone. Now it's going to be played back across the line. That was Bischel off the glass. Now it's Neudecker with it, rings the boards. Held in, nifty job there by Schweitzer, kicked away by Neudecker. Out left to the right wing side for Ryan. This pass for Mobley doesn't click. Clark to center. Boy, bodies everywhere. Turnover, here come the Red Knights. It's Johnson across the line. Ooh, that was close. Shot in on goal, handled by Rash. Ooh, is that close?
Yeah, that was just a bit of a misplay at their own blue line, but it was Red Knights that came down with numbers. And it was Johnson that had a really good speed coming in. Took a pretty good shot, but it was Atticus Arash that actually made himself big and controlled that rebound, which I think is very, very important as well because there was support down low by the Red Knights.
At the line, there's a nice little feed there. Bischel, ooh, handcuffs Rash again. And now it's going to be picked up by Johnson to the line. Ooh, rolls a stick. With Callahan back into the neutral zone, forced to play it up the right wing boards. Something's going to be decided here. Either it's going to be a win or a tie for somebody within the next minute. Deflected back in behind the net. It's going to be Schweitzer. Good to see John Fromm is in the house. The Frommer. Riley Dvorak to the slot. Nice job to shovel that one away. Body check thrown there. Mobley. Ooh. It was Norkowski nearly off to the races. Gets back into his defensive postures. He'll need to. They pin up on the boards. No one's given in on this battle. Why would you?
24 seconds left.
That's a really good reason. Oh, but then the Orioles win in front. Oh, what a save by Lansand. They take a swing at that. Basil was there as well.
Well, and Basil's no stranger to scoring goals on this team. He's got 3 already on the year, but what a great opportunity it was for him. But again, it was Limesand that bailed his team out in a vulnerable moment. There you can see the scrum along the wall. It was St. Louis Park that got possession of this puck and worked it out in front, but it was the follow-up that was, the initial save was a good save, but the follow-up was an outstanding save by Limesand.
Limesand has been really the difference maker here tonight. He's been really
he's been terrific. In fact, both goaltenders really have. I mean, you look at 2-2 on the
he's
scoreboard,
been good
that is not too bad, but I think Limesand's been challenged a little bit more in this third period and come up big.
Really important face-off win. The Red Knights chip the center, just trying to spring somebody. I think we're going to tie here, Bart. 9 seconds to go unless something crazy happens. Long pass, that's deflected.
Ooh.
Rolls up, and there's an offensive zone face-off, so I better be careful.
We flirted with crazy there for a second.
Yes, we did.
But he did a nice job. Not really too much of a worry. The puck just bounded, but he had plenty of body in front of it. But Benilde-St. Margaret's really with 4.4. They don't have too many options. They can bring it back and get that shot. I don't think they can really go back to the point either. He's going to go for the goal. They're going to go for the goal. That confuses me a little bit.
Quick wrist shot on the turnover, and that nearly found its way through. And there you go, a final of 2-2 fittingly for these two teams. Well matched. You know, they both walk away with a point.
Well,
played very well.
Again, you don't have a victor in this, but you don't have a loser either. I think both teams played very, very well. I think both teams showed a lot of maturity in the last 10 minutes of that third period moving forward. I think St. Louis Park probably took a little bit of a step today in a positive direction because they played very responsible in the final 10 minutes and into this overtime period. I think Benilde-St. Margaret's kind of did a good job of corralling a team that was very, very motivated to take a win today. So I think a feather in the cap for both teams. Obviously, you want a victor when it comes to competition, but I think a tie was, as you said, very fitting for the effort that both these teams grace us with tonight.
The Orioles now 3-3-1 on the season, and the Red Knights 3-5-1. That's going to do it for our coverage here tonight. Great work, gentlemen. Todd Grover, Brett Johnson, Bart Archer. I'm Pete Wagner. So long, everybody.